Tonight's story is linked to our learning this week. It's called Spinderella. So it says, Spinderella the spider longs to win at football, but she can't count the goals. Spinderella needs the help of her hairy godmother. That's a good one. And this is another story by Julia Donaldson. So I've only got a small book of this, so here we go. Should be able to see it then, but perhaps not me. The children of Scuttleton Primary School were eating their dinner, fish fingers, potatoes and peas. High up above them on the ceiling of the dinner hall, the spiders of Scuttleton Primary School were eating their dinners. Flies, flies, flies. So they were eating. How many flies have we eaten? Have we got today, Mum? Asked Spinderella, the smallest spider. Lots, said Mum. Loads, said her 9 brothers and sisters with their mouths full. Loads isn't a number, said Spinderella. Never mind about numbers. Eat up your flies, said Mum. Can you see Spinderella? Which one is she? She's that little pink one, isn't she? After dinner, the children went out to play. Spinderella swung down from the web like a yo-yo, and she's going up and down, up and down. She hung there looking out of the window into the playground. It's football, she cried. In a flash, her mum and her 9 brothers and sisters were swinging beside her. All the spiders' eyes were on the football. What a tackle, they cried. Go, go, go. Don't they like football? Never seen a spider playing football before. And there they are, they're all the children of the primary school playing football. Then go, they all yelled. They clapped their spindly legs and they nearly let go of their threads. The children scored goal after goal. How many goals was that, said Spinderella. Lots, said Mum. Loads, said her brothers, her 9 brothers and sisters. Oh, what a family, said Spinderella. How will I ever learn about numbers? Look at her, she's getting fed up. She's this. When all the children had gone home, Spinderella said, why don't we play football? Don't be silly, we haven't got a ball, said one of her brothers. Well, I can see a little pea on the floor. Could we use that? Mum was the ref with a whistle made from a broken drinking straw. Can you see? She had a tiny little straw. She chose Speedy and Scrabble as the captains of each team. Speedy was the fastest runner, so nearly all the other spiders decided to join his team. That team scored all the goals. I'm not sure if that's very fair. Our team's too small, said Cinderella. We're losing. It's not fair, the spiders on Scrabble's team started shouting. Yes, it is. You're just jealous, they shouted. To make things worse, the spiders hurt their legs kicking the ball. Oh, look, there's Spinderella and there's her team. And look at all their 8 little legs. Oh. Before long, they were all quarrelling, moaning, kicking each other instead of the pea, and Mum had to blow her whistle. Boo! How many should we have in each team, Mum? Asked Spinderella. Lots, said Mum. Loads, said her 9 brothers and sisters. I think both teams should have the same number. Reception, we were working on equals today. Shut up about numbers, shouted the others. I'm only trying to help, said Spinderella. But the others all turned on her. Guess what they shouted? Down with numbers, down with numbers. Oh, and look at poor Spinderella. That night, Spinderella felt too sad. She couldn't even sleep. Couldn't sleep. When morning came, she was still awake. I wish I could learn about numbers. Oh, I wish. And so you shall, came a loud voice. Spinderella looked up and she saw an enormous, hairy spider. Who are you? She asked in amazement. I'm your hairy godmother, said the enormous spider. Follow me. There she is. Reminds me of another story. The hairy godmother scuttled off down a wall. Spinderella ran after her. Where are we going? In here, said the hairy godmother. She ran into a classroom and up to the ceiling. Below them were lots of children. Now keep your eyes and your ears open, she told Spinderella, and in a flash she was gone. I wonder what Spinderella's going to do in the class. A teacher came in with piles of football shirts. I want you to count yourselves, she said to the children. There should be 20 of you, but let's check. Then came the most wonderful sound. The children took turns to shout a number from 1 to 20. Spinderella swung joyfully backwards and forwards in time to the counting. Can you see her? There they are, look, they're shouting out all the numbers. And there she is in the corner. It's like as if she was at the ball. The teacher gave out the shirts. She put them on and find the other children with the same colour shirt, he said. And soon there were two groups. Two groups of children. How many in each team? Asked the children. Asked the teacher. Can you see? How many there? How many there? Are they split in half? The children counted again. 10 red, said a girl in red. 10 blue, said a boy in blue. The same number, shouted Spinderella and Mrs. Keegan. She was so excited that she let go of her thread just as the school clock struck 5 o'clock. What time is this? 12 o'clock. Look, a spider! Squash it, screamed someone. Spinderella froze in terror. Let's put it out of the window, said the kind teacher. Oh, you poor thing. Suddenly Spinderella was outside. Help, she called out. And Mum, but no one answered her. 2 tears trickled out of Spinderella's eyes. I'm lost. I'll never see my mum again. And then she looked around her and she could see 2 football goals in the playground. It's the playground, she said. The dinner hall can't be far away. And Spinderella scuttled round the outside of the school, looking in all the windows. And at last she came to the dinner hall. The window was open. There she is. The window was open. Spinderella ran inside. She rushed into the web, panting. I can count up to 20, she cried. Never mind about that. Eat up your flies, said her mum. I'm going to count them first, said Spinderella, and she did. I've got 14 flies, she told her brothers and sisters. So what? They said. Numbers are boring. Down with numbers. Up with flies and football, they all shouted. That night, the spiders decided to have another football game. But once again, it was a disaster, and Mum had to keep blowing her whistle. Mum, said Spinderella, I've been counting and there are 10 of us. I think we need 5 spiders on each side. 5 and 5 make 10. Some of the spiders muttered, down with numbers. But Mum shut them up. Spinderella sorted them into 2 teams of 5. Boo, went the whistle. Then Mum blew her whistle for the new game to start. This time everything was different. No one quarrelled or kicked each other. Spinderella was in Scrabble's team and she also helped Mum keep score. At half-time, both teams had scored 3 goals. 3 all, said Mum, but still the spiders kept on and run, hurting their spindly legs kicking the pea. Oh, they said, we can't go on. I wish we had some football boots, sighed Spinderella. And so you shall, came a voice from behind her. It was the hairy godmother. How many boots do you each need? Asked the hairy godmother. Lots, said Mum. Lots, said Spinderella's brothers and sisters. Oh, that's not good enough. 8, shouted Spinderella. We each got 8 legs, so we each need 8 boots. Done, said hairy godmother. And there, in a flash, they came. I'm going to run out of time now. And there on the floor of the dinner hall were 10 little piles of boots. Each pile had 8 boots in it. The spiders put them on and laced them up. Then they had a wonderful second half. They scored goal after goal, and the hairy godmother clapped and clapped. With only a minute left to go, the score was very close. Speedy's mum had 8 goals and Scrabble's mum had 7. Then Scrabble scored a goal. "It's 8-all, muttered Spinderella. "It's going to be a draw." But just then the ball came her way and she gave it an almighty kick. It shot straight into the goal just a second before her mum blew the whistle. Hooray for Spinderella! She'd scored the winning goal. All the spiders ran up to her. They picked her up and they cheered. Up with Spinderella and up with numbers. The end. Now I'm going to have to split that story in two. So while we're there, we may as well say our prayer. Ready? In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. God our Father, we come to say, thank you for your love today. Thank you for my family and all the friends you give to me. Guard me in the dark of night, and in the morning send your light. Amen. Renutad, ma, a respite clan. Now this week I've sent you learning logs all to do with spiders and counting and making spiders, and at the back of this book there's a little game and it reminds me of the little, which one, I think it's this one, yeah, the little dice game where you roll a dice and you create the different spider, look, and that's one of your activities. You roll a number and you look on the dice and you have a little look to see which part of the spider you make. Who can make the spider first? And there's lots of other activities about, reception, a nursery, you're going to be doing spider lunges. Do you remember? Like this. Like Spider-Man. And I'll post you my spider lunges tomorrow. And reception, I'm going to run out of time. Reception, you're going to be doing taking away with spiders and lots of other things. Tally charts with spiders. Lots and lots of number work this week to go with our book, Spinderella. Take care. No star. Good night, God bless. See you tomorrow.